Welcome back, everyone. We are here tonight with the ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies. Joining me in hosting duties tonight, we've got Chase over here on the top left. Sorry. We're also joined tonight with Roller Coaster, the winner of the latest Texas VGC Wednesday tour. And we're going to be having 4 really awesome battles tonight. Super excited. So in the very first battle, we're actually going to be having Justin Snores versus Adam. And then in our second battle, we are going to be having Amy Woke Flossie versus White Tigers. In our third battle, we'll have our very own we'll have Nibs versus Sir Wilson. And then in the final one, we'll have our commentator Chase here taking on Cherry, who I see Cherry Mancake over there in the chat. Super excited. As y'all remember, last stream was our affiliate celebration stream. Some of y'all were so awesome and came out, and then we have also been starting to stream the Wednesday night Texas VGC tournament. You got to see 2 games in Top Cut, or 2 sets in Top Cut from me, and then 1 set from Roller Coaster this last week. We have to convince Roller Coaster to continue to win it, so we have games every week. Or perhaps Chase or Nibs wants to make a run this week.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so the other thing, tonight we're going to be having a mix of series. So we're going to have a couple that are going to be in Series 5 versus a couple that are in Series 6. So we're super excited to kind of, I think a lot of people got a lot of practice with Series 5 in this last week. Some did it very successfully. Some of us, myself included, got a little tilted, and I never want to play in an IC again. I don't know about anyone else.
I think people that did well never want to play in an IC again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, so we see Woke Flossy saying same in the chat, so. Yeah, so with that, we're going to go ahead and try and get everything all set up for our first game, unless Chase or Roller Coaster, you want to have any opening thoughts you want to throw out there?
No, I got nothing. I'm ready to see some battles.
Awesome.
I don't really have anything other than ICs are awful.
ICs are in fact awful, so it looks like we are going to go ahead and be right back once we get our video feed all set up. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and use this size right here, and if we need to resize it, let me know. This will hide moves and everything, so.
Perfect.
Alright, looking at these 2 teams, what are you thinking right off the bat there, Roller Coaster?
I am so excited to see what Cherry's got, because that is an Alolan Doug trio, and the hair is majestic, and I want to see that thing get big and do damage. Don't know if it will, though. They both have Gigalith, so Sand Setters, Rotom Heat, Milotic, Amoonguss, and Comfey, which doesn't seem to fit that well. I guess Giga Drain could trigger weakness policy on either Milotic or Gigalith. Chase has got Arcanine, Braviary, Amoonguss, Dragology, Gigalith, and Jellicent.
Yep. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can see it. So if I'm not mistaken, the Triple Threat and Hot Pocket.
And Hot Pocket, those are great nicknames.
Those are great. So if I'm not mistaken, that this is actually a team that Chase helped optimize for Cherry at one of the Eevee hours a few weeks ago. So as we see,
that is Turbo Amoonguss.
It is definitely Turbo Amoonguss, with right off the bat getting a Tailwind into Spore, and it's now the fastest thing on the field.
Yeah,
not the fastest thing on the field. It's faster than anything on Cherry's side of the field.
Yeah, shockingly it's faster than a Alolan Doug trio.
Yeah, I'm definitely kind of shocked at that. We see the Milotic switch here, as the Rotom goes for the Protect, and the Spore going into that Protect there.
Yeah.
But still at this point, unless that Milo is like Safety Goggles or Lumberry, something's going to sleep this turn.
Yeah, I potentially Cherry could just like make reads as to what Chase is going to try to put to sleep and just keep pivoting the Doug trio back into that slot. But I think this turn he really needs to get some damage off on that Jellicent to avoid like a Water Spout coming up. And I mean, I don't think Chase is going to Trick Room.
No, I don't think he is. I think a water spout here, depending on how fast this Jellicent is, could outspeed a majority of Rotom heats.
Yeah, Jellicent has like base 60 speed. It's actually like decently fast.
Yeah.
It's basically like Primarina. So.
Yeah, not something you really want to be going against under Tailwind. So here we see the switch from the the Rotom out into the goated Shroom, aka Amoonguss himself. We see an Amoonguss mirror match here, and Majestic takes a nap with that Spore being correctly targeted into that Pokemon.
Yeah. Now, Cherry can do a little revenge sleeping right now and start burning some sleep turns, put Jellicent to sleep. Honestly, like, I don't think that you try to put the Braviary to sleep because it's so low. I think you just try to finish it off if you can. It may try to finish itself off with, like, a Brave Bird. Yeah, that recoil is going to get itself killed. The Tailwind's going to go down, I believe, this turn. Oh, and Milotic wakes up and gets off a coil. That's really good for Cherry.
That is very good for Cherry. Now with this Amoonguss no longer having the benefit of Tailwind, like it did the last time around, a little bit more precarious position. I will say this goes against our cardinal rule of ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies, in that we see a Coil Milotic.
Hey, it's a Coil Milotic being used against the worst Coil Milotic user, so I think this is a fair time to break the rule.
Yeah, this is if you're gonna break this rule, this is the time to do it. So there we see the Hypnosis, which I believe at that point is what, 80% accurate, 70% accurate.
Yeah. And now it's 100% accurate.
Yep. Now hoping for Jellicent Wake Up, gets a Trick Room off. Interesting.
Okay.
So now this Jellicent is able to go ahead and go right away for a Water Spout if it chooses, or it could pivot around. Even something
try to
like
do
a
Strength Sap.
Yeah, go ahead and heal itself back up. It is going to be taking a Hypnosis here, guaranteed sleep. But now with the positioning that's on the board, it feels like Cherry has to make a switch in order to put any kind of offensive pressure. Perhaps a Giga Drain will be doing enough to that Jellicent, but not really doing anything into, and we actually see a Sludge Bomb.
Oh, it's Sludge Bomb, not even Giga Drain. Yeah.
So Milotic continuing to go here for the Hypnosis. And now this Dragalge is in a position. Dragalge hits incredibly hard with adaptability.
Yeah, but it's, well, depending on if Milotic has an ice move or not, I'm not entirely sure. Most likely it's, ooh, Jesus, that Sludge Bomb did a lot.
Yeah. And the Spore goes ahead and puts Dragalge to sleep. The Spore from the
Spore puts Milotic to sleep.
Yep, we are just going to see a whole lot of pivoting around, a whole lot of sleeping going on in this game.
You know what? I think this turn Chase is going to make the read and Spore the Amoonguss slot, and I'm very curious to see how that goes.
We see the triple threat actually switch in, so you called it correctly, but unfortunately,
Cherry played around it.
Unfortunately, too much of Cherry's team is currently asleep for it to work. I believe we have 4 out of 5 Pokemon in total asleep right now.
Yes, Jellicent is asleep, Dragalge is asleep, Milotic is asleep, Dugtrio is asleep, Rotom and Amoonguss are awake. Ooh, Cherry gets the turn 1 wake and gets a high horsepower off of the Amoonguss. It's a Life Orb Dugtrio.
Yeah, getting some nice damage off. Reading into the switch there, hoping for a potential catching the Rotom in on that switch. Does not happen, and really unfortunate with that turn 1 weak. Now that Amoonguss is in range of another high horsepower. And I believe it's trapped here as a result of the...
Actually, ability. I don't think that Dugtrio Lola has Arena Trap. I could be super wrong about that.
Oh, we see it.
Max Dugtrio, let's do it! Max Quake into the Jellicent. Oh no!
You have a Strength Sap, a Wake Up. Oh, it stays asleep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Wake Up and Strength Snap here is pretty dangerous.
Yeah. I think Chase is kind of forced to Rage Powder this turn. Yeah, and hope for the turn 1 for the Wake Up this turn.
I think it's.
But actually, we saw that Amoonguss was actually faster than the Jellicent under Trick Room.
So, yeah, this is. We actually just see a forfeit come out from Chase here, kind of recognizing he wasn't in a position to pull that game back. Give me one sec while I go and find game number 2 from these two players.
Yeah, the good position around the sleep from Cherry, capitalizing. It was a game that kind of like ended up coming down to sleep turns, and Cherry got the sleep turns that he needed. Chase did it, and that's kind of what these games are when like half the team falls to sleep. Someone's gonna wake up first, and and it's a question of if they can capitalize well enough off of the turns that they're awake, and Cherry was able to do that.
All right, here we go. We have game number 2 loaded up. Make sure I'm not. Yeah, this is game. Yeah, this is a new game. It's not the last one. I just want to make sure. But I was gonna say we might be questioning that when the Braviary comes right back out. But here we see Braviary Jellison into the Rotom and the Amoonguss. So here a Tailwind plus Water Spout really threatens into that Rotom, but we actually see a turn 1 Max Airstream into the Amoonguss and gets
that is
the
not a Cobra Berry.
Now at +1 speed, this Jellison is just going to threaten a Water Spout. You do have to be a little bit fearful of a weakness policy on the Gigalith here. Especially because it's more than likely going to max, and I think if it maxes, it definitely lives.
Yeah. So, it should be able to take a Water Spout fairly well. Maybe a Knuckle and a Water Spout. Did Cherry just go for the double protect and get it?
He did go for the double protect. He went ahead and got it on the Rotom here.
Crit on the Max Knuckle. That could be very dangerous. Water Spout.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
Nowhere close. Yeah.
The Max Quake here. Actually not enough to take out the Jellison, but the Sand will go ahead and pick that up for him. Is it in range here of another Max Knuckle?
Yes, because the first one was a crit, and it looks like it would do the same damage because now the Braviary is at +1.
Yeah,
so yeah, Max Guard, strike into, that's off of Giga Impact for sure.
Yeah, 100%, and really safe play there, knowing that your Amoonguss is going to be faster than this Gigalith. Being able to just go for the Spore play there.
Yeah, and the high horsepower didn't do enough to the Amoonguss the first game, so I see no reason not to Spore, and just go for an attack into the Dugtrio. Spore is going to put the Giggles to sleep. Rotom's down, Amoonguss is down. I don't know what Chase has in the back, but like it's going to be really hard for Dugtrio and Gigalith to like work through this.
Yeah, we see a second double protect attempted by Cherry in one set, and you know that your Knight's not going well if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, Cherry really need the RNG to kind of like go their way that turn.
Yeah, we see a protect attempted there, trying to wake up in the protect, but isn't the case. Just trying to delay the inevitable by one more turn. So there we see a very convincing game 2 adjustment by Chase.
Yeah, that Braviary does have offensive capabilities.
Yeah, he's often said to me he's really good at deciding when Braviary is the call. He's better at deciding when it's the call than he is at using it, is something else he said to me. But yeah, I will say that Chase has a really good handle on making metagame calls. So here we go. Yes. We now have game number 3. What do you think some of the adjustments might be for these two players?
I think that Cherry might just lead with the Gigalith this turn, but Chase might read into that and I'll bring the Amoonguss back out this time.
Yeah. Because
so like Gigalith can survive the Water Spout max pretty easily in the Sandstorm. And I think that once the Jellison's out of the way, the Rotom should have a pretty good time as long as it can avoid the Giga Impacts. Okay. Yeah, he led with the Gigalith this turn, which is not great because now Chase is threatening an Airstream, which we saw KO Amoonguss that first time. It's going to switch into the Rotom. Chase may have doubled this just to like either you get the KO or the Spore goes off onto something.
Yep, let's see. It looks like he did opt for the Gigalith Spore here. Now with +1 speed, I believe this Amoonguss is going to outspeed the Rotom here. So it can just go for Spore on whoever it decides to.
Even if it doesn't outspeed, Chase has the option to just like Airstream again, get another speed boost on it.
Oh, we actually see a Max come out from this And, well, opting for the opposite of that and just going for a max strike, lowering it. Braviary living that pretty handily, though.
Yeah, and it looks like the Rotom's not going to be able to take another one.
No. The problem being that Amoonguss can go ahead and redirect here, but it's going to have to take a max airstream down into a Spore onto this.
Yeah, unless that... Yeah, Cherry was somehow hiding that it was Lumbarrier Goggles this whole time.
Yeah, or somehow Iron Ball, I guess, would ground it,
yeah.
Right?
But the good news is the Gigalith can't be put to sleep now. I don't know if Close Combat gets the KO. It barely missed it, but it's Energy Ball, so Chase is probably just going to double up into it to get the KO.
Yep,
Giga Drain, sorry.
Yeah, Giga Drain goes ahead and picks up the KO here. Now, this... Rotom getting most of its max wasted, and we do see the Comfey come out. An interesting last mon.
Draining Kiss might KO that Braviary.
It's close right now. Based on how little damage the Max Lightning did, this Braviary seems to have some special defense investment, but he does go ahead and try and switch into
ally switch.
Very interesting.
Wakes up over Thunderbolt.
Yeah, so it's getting interesting. Depending on, Floral Healing, gonna go ahead and bring this back up, but it's gonna take an
I think a Draco just drops it though. Oh, Sludge Bomb. Yeah, that gets...
So you don't have to worry about any more ally switches, you don't have to worry about a potential Trick Room. I mean, you wouldn't really want a Trick Room with Dragalge against you. So we do see the Rage Powder, just in case it happens to wake up and goes for a move that could KO Dragalge. Which I'm not sure
something like a crit overheat, or maybe it had Dark Pulse this whole time.
But yeah, I think here we should just see a cleanup with a Rage Powder. Rage Powder or Sludge Bomb should be enough.
Yeah, I think Braviary was just offering like way too much pressure, and the Turbo Amoonguss was like way too problematic.
Amoonguss decides it wants the style points and just goes for the Giga Drain on its own. KOing before the Rotom even had a chance to wake back up. So that will conclude our set number 3, much faster than our typical sets go because it was on Pokemon Showdown. So way less the cool animations. We try to avoid this whenever possible, but tonight we just had a connection error that we just couldn't overcome, which was unfortunate, but we still get to see a really good best of 3 played. And again, we went to... wait, no, we didn't go to Game 3. I was going to say we went to Game 3. But we did not.
We did.
Oh, we did?
No, we did.
Yeah, you're
Cherry
right.
won game 1, and
that's
then
right.
Chase got the second 2.
That's correct. Sorry. It's the end of a long day. But yeah, if y'all will give us one sec while we go ahead and get Chase back on the line, and we will go ahead and jump on over into our closing thoughts for the night. So give us one sec, and we'll be right back.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. And be sure to subscribe for more content.